Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Suna Arashi, your coach of the Groningen Noctowls, bringing you week 5 of the PMC as we take on Jack, aka Great Coach of the Los Angeles Valienteis, if I'm not mistaken. I'm recording this very quickly. I'm recording this like 5 hours before WWE Elimination Chamber, so I had another match in the PMC an hour ago, so I didn't have a lot of time to record this. I'm recording this like a few hours before the day is actually over, so if it seems a little bit rushed, my apologies, but I still want to get this video out for you guys. Spoiler alert, I really played poorly in this match, so my apologies for that. But I'm bringing Vileplume, Metagross, Megapincer, Infernape, Suicune, and Murkrow, as my opponent is bringing ZAPDOH'S, Scizor, Quillfish, Tyranitar, Chandelure, and Slowbro. And his Mega is the Scizor. There we go. You know, 3 Mega possibilities. It's always, you know, difficult to be like, what was the Mega again? But my opponent, by the way, really started off very strongly in this match, while I started out very poorly, as I just said, because he's going to start out right away with the bat with the ZAPDOH'S, while I start out with the Vileplume. Now, looking at this matchup already from the start is kind of like, so, you know, I wasn't about to get hit by an Hidden Power Ice or something else that could hit my Vileplume, so I went into my Metagross. He refused to have Heat Wave, and that was a very good gamble from my opponent, and he is Life Orb ZAPDOH'S. So right away from the back, my Metagross is already hurt, and I don't have a lot of good switching for the ZAPDOH'S. I wasn't expecting the ZAPDOH'S to start off, and, you know, as you can see here, he's going for another Heat Wave, potentially killing off the Metagross. I went into my Suicune because, you know, I did the calcs and everything, and I think we could have lived like a Discharge or a Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt will come now, and as you can see here, we are going to live that. And I'm going to use Ice Beam, but this is a ZAPDOH'S, so it is going to take that damage very well here. Doesn't kill, no freeze, no luck for us, and I was like, okay, now I don't want to lose my Suicune again very early on the match. You know what, I'm going into my, you know, Vileplume, thinking he's going to Thunderbolt again. He's going to Roost, you know, taking care of all of that health back, and, you know, I was just switching out while I could have just stayed in on my Suicune and Ice Beam again. Now, of course, the Heat Wave is going to do a lot of damage, of course, on the Vileplume. I predict Sleep Louder here. Finally a good turn for me, because I knew I could survive the Heat Wave. If I knew that I could have, you know, survived the Heat Wave from the beginning, because I was scared that I wouldn't survive the Heat Wave at the beginning, I would have stayed in right away with turn 1 and Sleep Flower, and that would have given me so much more momentum. That would have given me more of my team, you know, still at full health. So I played very poorly there by switching out on this ZAPDOH'S, hoping that anything I can bring in would hopefully take the damage. It's a Life Orb ZAPDOH'S. I didn't know what I was thinking. It's not going to, you know, my team is very, you know, weak against this ZAPDOH'S, but, you know, we got the Sleep Louder off. I was like, okay, I can go back into my Infernape right now here, and, you know, I can try to do as much damage as possible with the Infernape. So the ZAPDOH'S is still asleep. Of course, he's now going to withdraw his ZAPDOH'S, because ZAPDOH'S isn't going to take a lot. I was going for the Flare Blitz, if I'm not mistaken, because I was a Choice Band Infernape. So Choice Band Infernape Flare Blitz would have killed off the ZAPDOH'S right away from the point. Could have gone for the Earthquake. I think I did brought Earthquake with Infernape this week to, you know, maybe do some damage against the Quillfish, but I didn't want to risk, you know, him staying in or something like that. So Flare Blitz was the best option. Now, of course, this Quillfish is going to set up the spikes, and, you know, now the hazards are also on my side of the field, with the half of my team already crippled as it is. Murkrow is now here, and oh yeah, here I was kind of confused for a little moment. So I went for the Thunder Wave right now. Now, a lot of you guys will probably know, like, hey, Infernape is not a ground type, so no problem. I should be able to Thunder Wave this thing. It doesn't affect the opposing Tyranitar. So I in the match was like, what the hell is this? This is a Rock Dark type. There's no way Dark type. Prankster ability negates the effect. Pokemon, that's such a stupid rule. That's such a stupid rule. I know you wanted to make, you know, Prankster a little bit nerfed like down against Dark types or anything, but, you know, he switched in with his Tyranitar on my Murkrow. In my honest opinion, you know, Thunder Wave should still negate. Like, I don't know. The Prankster against Dark type, it's so confusing. But, you know, for a minute I was like, why is the Thunder Wave not going on this Tyranitar? But, you know, sadly, because I was going for the Sucker Punch, hoping to hit it. He's going to now put up Stealth Rocks. So now Spikes are on my side of the field, Stealth Rocks on my side of the field. Half of my team whittled down. I'm with a Murkrow that can't really hit this thing. I can't Thunder Wave it. The only thing I could do is, you know, try to, you know, do as much damage as possible with the Brave Bird. Sorry, I blanked out for a moment. I just had another battle, so he's going to Dragon Dance, as I just said. He's going to speed up. Could have possibly, you know, hit it with the C Brave Bird early on there, maybe to do some more damage. I wasn't really in this match. I played very poorly. I played very badly. Now with the Dragon Dance up, you know, it's going to do a lot of damage. And look at that, the Spikes, the Stealth Rocks. It's going to do a lot of damage. Now, my opponent was probably thinking that I was Choice Scarf at this point, going into his Slowbro. I went for an Earthquake. Earthquake hits a lot of his side, and if he was going into the... I know he was not going into the ZAPDOH'S, still being into sleep. So, the Slowbro is here, can take that. I was like, no, I had to switch back again. I can't lose my my Infernape right there. Now the Metagross will come in on the Spikes, on the Stealth Rocks. Now he can just slack off all that damage away. And yeah. You can probably already tell that we're not going to win this match. Because, you know, with the team half crippled down, Metagross with the Rocky Helmet, the Slowbro had Rocky Helmet. Now the Ice Beam will not kill the Metagross. However, so I was like, you know what? Click Earthquake, do as much damage as possible, because we don't really, you know, are going to do a lot with the with Meteor Mesh, and then, you know, get the attack boost. But then he decides to slack off again. That kind of surprised me. I thought he was going for the kill there. I could have gone for the Meteor Mesh earlier, maybe get an attack boost, and then this Earthquake would have done maybe at least half. He's going to Ice Beam right now. From his side, I can understand that you want your Pokemon at full health when you know that the other side, you know, the Pokemon on the other side will probably go down. So here I was like, okay, going back into Infernape. I'm going to try to do again much damage. I'm going to U-turn, and I'm going to do, as you can see here, some damage. But again, the Rocky Helmet is such a nice play by my opponent there, whittling my team even further. Now the Fire Plume comes in, and again with the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes, it's going to take down. I was hoping I can probably live, but alas, it's not going to. And the Slowbro again can slack off. I could have easily maybe strengthened Sap, maybe just Giga Drain to get as much as HP back. But my opponent played amazingly, and I played very poorly. Now, of course, the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes will also do a lot of damage against my Pinsir. Here, I went for the Swords Dance. I went for the Swords Dance because that was still my win con, and I didn't Mega Evolve because we can choose ourselves where we're gonna Mega Evolve. So I was like, okay, if I don't Mega Evolve, and Swords Dance right now, and he's going for the Ice Beam, I can tank that, and maybe I can, you know, bring the differential still back. Plus, we have Hyper Cutter, so if he wants to bring in the Quillfish, our attack isn't going to get lowered by that. Intimidate. Now I can actually go ahead and Mega Evolve right now. and we can actually go for the Facade right there. Now Facade with the Swords Dance boost earlier, it's going to take down the Quillfish. So we're not going to lose this, thankfully, with 6. So I took a very big risk there with the Swords Dance, but that was the only chance that I have. But then the Scissor comes in, the Mega Scissor, and of course your guys are already going to guess Mega Scissor is going to have Bullet Punch right here. And the Bullet Punch will of course kill off my Mega Pinsir. So, you know, I did the calcs and I believe Facade could have killed this Mega Scissor after the Swords Dance. But hit having Bullet Punch, you know, it's going to, you know, do amazing damage. And Bullet Punch, of course, here will kill off the Infernape. And now I have only one Pokemon left who can't really do anything against this thing. And that Pokemon is, of course, my Suicune. Now, of course, and the Suicune is 20 HP, so there you go. The spikes are going to take care, you know, the job for the Mega Scissor. And I'm going to lose this match with 5-0. So a very, very bad match for my part. And I think, you know, I'm feeling the effect of doing several leagues at a time. I'm doing 2 leagues at a time at the moment, 2 Wi-Fi leagues at a time, you know, and I have to, you know, I'm also in the BBL, and the BBL is also a fun league I'm in, and, you know, it's very hard for me to do 2 leagues at the same time with work in private life and with other stuff I have to do in private life. So in the future, I am going to, you know, probably keep it at 1 league at a time, because I think that's better for me, because it gives me more reps and more focus. But that should not be an excuse. My opponent played very amazingly, especially from the start with ZAPDOH'S, and I could have just, you know, it would have been a total different game if I just took the balls right away from the beginning, you know, and click Sleep Powder there. Hindsight is 2020. And, you know, I always say that I'm not the best battler out there, and I will probably lose more matches than I win some. And, you know, when it comes to entertain you guys, I think I failed there as well when it comes to this match. And, you know, that is something I feel more guilty of than not winning a match. Because in the end, I want to provide you guys with the most entertaining commentary, the most entertaining battles. And in my honest opinion, I failed to do that in this week. And again, my very apologies for that. But hopefully next week we can turn it back around. We're now 2-3 in win and losses and a differential of -6. So we were on the mid-table in this league. Now we're going to, you know, sink a little bit lower. But hopefully, you know, we can still, you know, in the second half of this league, we can still turn it around. If not, I hope I can still provide you with entertaining battles and entertaining commentary. But with that, I want to, of course, thank my opponent for today, Jack, aka Gray, coach of the Los Angeles Valienteis. Again, I hope I pronounced that name right. I know, you know, other side, it's probably going to be much worse with my team name. I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out every coach in the description below. Check out the PMC Twitter, YouTube page, Discord, whatever there is of any sorts of links in the description below. And, you know, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that's sincerely appreciated. I'm going now. I'm going to watch Elimination Chamber in a few hours, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the BBL Week 2 match against Aaron 2420, and I will see you next week for the PMC Week 6 match. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!